Hey, I'm Brooke, and I wanted to review for you this Invirox Ultra Canine. I'm going to refer to it as a shock collar so you know what I mean, but it is not a shock collar. It's a TENS collar where it contracts the muscles as one of the options. Let me go through the pieces of this real quick with you, and then I'll take you outside and show you how it works with my guy. So I have a dog that is already shock collar trained, but inside this box comes your collar, obviously. This is a really nice collar. It has some features to it that I am not used to with a collar of this kind, including it lights up. But it has a very long strap to it. We actually never cut these, but they are easily cut to size once you get it to the size you want. Given that our guy's an old guy, he's not gonna need room to grow. But if you have a young dog, you wanna make sure that you don't cut this until well after you have figured out how big they're gonna get. Obviously, it comes with your remote. Now, this remote is nice, you guys. It has almost like a rubberized feel to the surface, like a matte feel to it. It has multiple settings. So along with the fact that you can change it from a beep to a vibrate to the shock, you also can adjust that up and down from 0 all the way to 99. So I'm not gonna keep going with that right now, but this thing is incredibly versatile when it comes to whether you need a little bit of correction or a whole lot of correction in an emergency type situation. It also comes with, so we already have on the back the prongs that are intended for a guy like mine. We have a real big German Shepherd with thick fur. So because he has thick fur, I have these longer prongs with the rubber covers on them. If I had a small dog or a dog that had very little hair, I would go with a prong that's more the size of this type of short prong instead. But this is set up for my big guy. It also comes with the ability to check your collar to make sure it's working. So you would just press it down and put it on here and it would let you know. And then 2 options to hold your remote. I don't have either one on because I like to keep it in my hand, but I'm gonna go out and show you. So it does come with the ability to use their videos. They have some great training videos on their website. If you dedicate the time, you should seldom to never have to use the shock button on your dog, as you will see in just a moment. So let me get this set up with my big guy, and then I'll take you outside and show him the kind of ways that we utilize something like this to keep control and make sure that he's safe and everybody else around us is safe too. All right, so this is my best friend, Bronson. Bronson's a 10-year-old German Shepherd, and he was previously e-collar trained on a different system, but the reality is they respond the same way to these collars. So switching out a type of collar is not a problem. Our old collar had a lot to be desired as far as the adjustability of it, but I want to show you how easy this is. So all I'm going to do is push this one button on the back and hold it down. It turned on with a vibrate noise. It's telling me what mode that it's set in currently. When I put this on, I kind of want to go back and forth to get the prongs past the fur, and you want to place it on the side of their neck, not directly underneath like you would generally see a collar put on, because it wants to engage with the strap muscle on the side of the neck. So super easy. I'm just going to put it on like a belt. And I generally will just fold it back on itself to keep that excess strap out. So let's see how this guy does with this. I'll be right back. Okay, he's ready to go for a little walk. I'm just gonna show you something simple like heel. So generally, I'll let him go a little bit. And when I need to call him back, I'm gonna give him a little reminder with the vibrate aspect of this. Bronson, heel. He's gonna come right back to me, heel. And we're gonna stay in that heel position and walk as long as I need. Now, I am not pressing this button. He knows better, but should he walk off or I tell him free, I can easily recall him with a simple, he's gonna pee, of course, right now. You cannot beat having a dog as your other actor in one of these reviews. Come. So now that he's done, heel. I'm able to get, we can't heel backwards, heel, sit. I'm able to get him right back into command. Come. So that's the key, is just repetition, come, and keeping him close while you're working on these commands. So let me give you another example. Sit, sit. Stay is a big one for us. So we want the ability for him to be able to stay in place if we need him to, and call him and have him come directly to us when we're ready. Stay. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. And honestly, this is an old guy. He has easily acclimated to this new collar. A couple of different aspects that I want to go over real quickly before I cut off this total review. One thing that I've never seen on a collar before, come, sit, is that at night, sit down. At night, he has a light on the front of this. So I actually can choose a button on here that has the light button and hold that button down. We live out in the middle of nowhere, and I have never before had the ability to figure out where my dog is in the pitch dark. So if I hold this light button, it actually lights up in front of him, and I can easily find him even if it's dark as night. So all in all, we think this is an absolutely great collar. The range that you can use, the three different options between the tone, the vibrate, and the shock, it is just a well-rounded, well thought out collar. And honestly, it is the new brand of e-collars in our household.